The WWE Raw after Survivor Series 2024 was one of the most memorable episodes of the year. Not only did it feature the beginning of the Women's Intercontinental Title Tournament and Big E's highly emotional ejection from the New Day, but it also addressed the fallout from the Thanksgiving spectacle. Much of it revolved around the Bloodline, which headlined the Vancouver show. Despite most members of the iconic faction, both the old and new versions, being on SmackDown, its influence extends to the flagship show. As a result of over 4 years' worth of storylines involving almost every main event star in the company, the effects of Roman Reigns and Co.'s actions have been felt widely. Taking a snapshot of the current main event scene, this still rings true. Let's look at 3 top WWE storylines besides the Bloodline saga that are currently connected to Roman Reigns and his faction. During Roman Reigns' historic 13-16-day run as Universal Champion, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes were arguably his 2 biggest rivals. Owens challenged Reigns more times than anyone not named Brock Lesnar, while Rhodes battled the Tribal Chief at 2 consecutive WrestleManias. The duo even combined forces to take on Solo Sikoa's Bloodline, suffering multiple beatdowns at its hands. This shared suffering was the reason why the prizefighter did not take it well when the American Nightmare teamed with Reigns at Bad Blood to take on Sikoa, and Owens proceeded to attack Rhodes after the Atlanta show, thus turning heel. While the undisputed WWE Champion had good reason to team with a perceived lesser evil, Owens' frustrations are justified by his various sufferings against the Bloodline. At the center of all this conflict, Roman Reigns. After a few years of treading water in WWE's main event scene, Drew McIntyre found an extra gear with his late 2023 heel turn. The Scottish Warrior was driven over the edge by his struggles against Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, refusing to accept Jey Uso's attempts at atoning for his family's wrongdoings. McIntyre resultantly set his sights on Uso and Sami Zayn before CM Punk's return. The 3-time world champion then had arguably the best year of his career, headlined by a highly acclaimed feud with Punk and a world heavyweight title win at WrestleMania XL. After a short layoff, he has now returned and seems to have the Yeet Master and the honorary use in his sights again. From the moment CM Punk's music hit at WWE Survivor Series 2023, it was clear from Seth Rollins' hostile reaction that they were on a collision course. The duo was reportedly set to clash at WrestleMania XL before Punk's injury sidelined him for 6 months and started his feud with Drew McIntyre. Hostilities have continually been teased between them, so it was only a matter of time until they locked horns. Rollins already had enough bad blood with the Second City Saint, but the latter's decision to team up with Roman Reigns and the OG Bloodline has ignited new levels of disdain in him. The Visionary confronted the Chicago native on Raw, and it didn't take long for them to come to blows. Jey Uso and Sami Zayn also got involved, making some wonder whether the OTC will also get physically involved soon. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, has transformed WWE storytelling with his dominant character, weaving together tales of loyalty, betrayal, and power struggles. His influence reverberates beyond his Bloodline faction, shaping narratives for other superstars. Here are 3 compelling main event storylines inspired by Reigns' persona and his ripple effect across WWE. Jey Uso's evolution from a loyal cousin to a conflicted solo star has been one of the most gripping arcs in WWE. After breaking free from Reigns' shadow, Jey strives to cement his identity. On the other side, Seth Rollins, Reigns' former Shield brother, is thriving as World Heavyweight Champion. Their paths collide when Rollins critiques Jey's journey, labeling him as a product of Reigns' manipulations. Jey wins a #1 contenders match to face Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Rollins, a master provocateur, cuts a promo questioning whether Jey can succeed without Reigns dictating his moves. "You may be out of the Bloodline, but you'll always carry the Tribal Chief's baggage," Rollins jabs, reigniting Jey's insecurities. Jey embarks on a redemption arc, vowing to prove he's more than Reigns' pawn. The feud becomes deeply personal as Rollins taunts Jey with footage of his Bloodline struggles, including being humiliated by Reigns. Jey fires back, targeting Rollins' history of betrayals and mocking his claim to being a fighting champion. Their match at a premium live event showcases Jay's resilience and growth. With the crowd firmly behind him, he pushes Rollins to the limit but ultimately falls short. Rollins extends a post-match handshake, signaling Jay's journey isn't over but has earned respect. Reigns' oppressive leadership serves as the crux of Jay's motivation. The shadow of the tribal chief looms over every step of Jay's quest to redefine himself, even as he faces someone who also once battled to escape Reigns' control. Roman Reigns' lengthy reign as undisputed champion has intensified discussions about legacy and dominance in WWE. Gunther, the imperious Intercontinental Champion, sets his sights on the undisputed WWE Championship to surpass Reigns' record-breaking reign. Cody Rhodes, on his quest to finish the story, becomes Gunther's obstacle, setting up a clash between two titans. Gunther declares his intention to unify his legacy with Reigns. Reigns set the standard for dominance. "I will surpass it by taking his crown," he proclaims. Rhodes, still reeling from his WrestleMania 39 loss to Reigns, takes offense, accusing Gunther of piggybacking on someone else's legacy instead of creating his own. The feud intertwines Rhodes' personal journey with Gunther's quest for supremacy. Rhodes, fueled by his failure against Reigns, refuses to let another dominant force rise unchecked. Meanwhile, Gunther's stoic disdain for Rhodes' sentimentality creates an intriguing dynamic. In promos, Gunther dismisses Rhodes' emotional connection to his family legacy. Legacy isn't inherited, it's built through discipline, he asserts, contrasting with Rhodes' impassioned pursuit of his father's dream. Their clash at WrestleMania delivers a brutal, hard-hitting match that sees Gunther narrowly defeat Rhodes, cementing his claim as the heir to Reigns' throne of dominance. Reigns' unparalleled reign sets the standard both men aspire to surpass, even as they approach legacy differently. Reigns' dominance becomes the benchmark, indirectly sparking this rivalry between two superstars vying for supremacy in his wake. As Roman Reigns solidifies his position as the tribal chief, Rhea Ripley mirrors his dominance in the women's division. Holding the Women's World Championship, Ripley's reign is marked by fearsome brutality and tactical genius, drawing comparisons to Reigns. Becky Lynch, seeking to reclaim her top spot, challenges Ripley, framing the feud as a clash of leadership styles. Ripley openly aligns herself with Reigns' philosophy, calling herself the Tribal Queen and adopting a similar aura of invincibility. She declares, like Roman, "I don't just lead, I dominate. The women's division belongs to me." Lynch interrupts, dismissing Ripley as a cheap imitation of the tribal chief. "You can borrow his crown, but you'll never be the original," Lynch sneers. Ripley's allegiance to Reigns' methods creates tension in the women's division, as Lynch challenges the notion that fear equals leadership. Their feud features mind games, with Ripley leveraging Judgment Day's support and Lynch rallying the locker room against Ripley's tyranny. In a climactic match, Lynch overcomes Ripley in a grueling contest, but not before both women deliver career-defining performances. The aftermath sees Ripley and Lynch share a reluctant nod of respect, signaling a potential evolution in Ripley's character. Ripley's adoption of Reigns' persona directly fuels this storyline, creating a gender-spanning narrative about dominance and leadership. Ripley's acknowledgement of Reigns as her inspiration adds depth to her character and further cements Reigns' influence across WWE. Roman Reigns' impact on WWE extends far beyond his bloodline saga. His tribal chief persona has redefined dominance, inspiring stories that challenge the essence of leadership, legacy, and identity. Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Rhea Ripley, and Becky Lynch represent a new generation of stars navigating paths shaped by Reigns' unprecedented reign. As the tribal chief continues his journey, the echoes of his influence promise to shape WWE's main event scene for years to come.